Hi everyone, this is Sean from the Bid for Assets Client Services team. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Bid for Assets' latest tool, Asset Hound. Asset Hound is designed to let you take greater control over your auction searches. You can create rules around the types of auctions that you are interested in and receive free notifications whenever Bid for Assets has auctions that meet your criteria. Since most properties on Bid for Assets are public auctions conducted by the government, attorneys, or privately held properties, most of the items on Bid for Assets can only be purchased here. In order to use Asset Hound, you must be registered with a Bid for Assets account. Registration is free, there are no monthly fees required to maintain your account, and registration only takes a few minutes. You can create an account from anywhere on the site by selecting Sign Up here towards the top of your screen. So what we're going to do now is go through and show you how to go about creating rules for Asset Hound. First things first, you're going to want to make sure that you are logged in to your Bid for Assets account. You can do this from the home page or anywhere on the site, once again by going to the top of your screen and selecting My Account/login. And then you'll just enter your login credentials and select Login. This is the main page that should come up when you first log in. Now, if you look over towards your left, you'll see where it says B4A Asset Hound, and you'll want to go ahead and click on that. Once you're here, the next thing that you'll want to do is select Create New Rule. For the purposes of this demonstration, let's say that I'm looking for Ohio residential properties. Here we go. So this first page is where you can really determine how broad or narrow you'd like your search to be. You'll see here that you could just do a broad search through the entirety of the United States. But you can also search by zip code, you can search by county, or as I'm going to do, you can search by state. Like I said, I'm just going to be looking for residential properties in Ohio. So I'll go down towards the bottom here and I will select Ohio as my state. And then I'll just select Next Step to go over to the next tab. Now in the next tab, you can narrow down your search even further by the types of properties that you're looking for. If you wanted to see both lands and homes, for example, you could just select all for both. Something to keep in mind for this section is that if you're interested in tax sale properties, you'll actually want to leave this blank. Counties don't separate properties from land or homes when they list auctions. They just categorize everything as other. So selecting homes or lands here will actually exclude tax sale auctions from your search. If you're interested in seeing tax sales for your rule, leave this page blank. Now, I just want to see all residential properties and I'm not interested in tax sales. So I'm going to go ahead and select all residentials improved and go over to the next tab. Next, I've got to add my price rules. If you leave this section blank, you'll see auctions in all price ranges. But if you've got a specific budget in mind for your auction search, you can set those parameters here. Let's say that I'm looking for minimum bids between $1 and we'll keep it broad, $50,000. Once again, adding more criteria reduces the number of properties that you are likely to see. For that reason, I'm not going to select the no reserve box as I'm more interested in seeing good deals than just seeing no reserve auctions. I am going to check the exclude notice of sale listings box. Keep in mind that Bid for Assets does provide nationwide notice of sale for public auctions like foreclosures and tax sales. If you're interested in seeing live government bidding opportunities outside of Bid for Assets, you'll want to leave that third box unchecked. Now this next section is where you can fill in some specific details about what types of properties you'd like to see. number of bedrooms, bathrooms, lot sizes, things of that nature. Again, you can be as broad or specific as you'd like to with this. You could even leave this page totally blank to keep your property search more general. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So we'll go over to the next step. Next, you can create seller rules. You can decide to only view distressed assets, including county tax sales, bank-owned properties, foreclosure sales, etc. Or you can choose to only see auctions from private sellers. I'm going to go ahead and select all sellers. Again, I'm going for a more broad statewide search. Finally, you can choose your email alert settings. This will determine when you get email notifications with auctions that meet your criteria. You'll see that you can choose email alerts for any day of the week, Sunday through Monday. I'm going to go ahead and select Friday for this particular rule. Then you just select Save Rule, and you're done. Now at any time I can go to Asset Hound and I can view listings that meet my criteria. So let's go ahead and take a look. And here you see I've got a nice list of 3 residential auctions to look through. Keep in mind that you can add additional rules. If, say, I wanted to search in another state, I can just go over and select Asset Hound Rules, go back to the main page for Asset Hound, select Add Another Rule, and I can start the whole process over again. You can also edit your current rules. If I wanted to narrow or broaden my search, let's say that I've decided I want to see land in Ohio now as well as homes. I just go over to Edit. I go back to the page where I'm choosing between land and homes. I'll select all vacant land. I'll leave everything else the same. I'll once again select Friday for my email alerts and then Save Rule again. And then when I view my list of properties, you see that I have many more auctions to look at because I broadened my search. Now, finally, if I'm finished with a rule and I don't want my rule list to become too cluttered, I can always go back here and I can select Delete to remove it from my rule list. Now, one last thing I'm going to demonstrate is the automatic email alerts themselves that you'll receive once you create a new rule in Asset Hound. Here's what they look like. Let's go here. And you can see how it generates a property list that matches the rules that I previously enter into Asset Hound. You can get alerts of this kind for each and every rule that you create for Asset Hound, and for each rule you can set it to arrive for you at any day. Keep in mind that this tool is designed to make your auction searches easier. So set whatever rules will get you to the properties that you are interested in the quickest. I hope this demonstration has been helpful for you and you'll be able to make good use of our Asset Hound tool. If you have more questions about it, please feel free to get in touch with our customer service team. Thank you, and best of luck in your auction search. Take care.